What's up, everybody? My name is Kier, and you are watching the important things that really matter. Today, we're going to be talking about men protect your seed. Men protect your seed. This is an extremely important video, along with other video series that I have in the past that I put out that can literally end up saving you thousands upon thousands of dollars. It is extremely important that if you got the wrong person pregnant, it literally can cost you thousands and thousands of dollars. What's extremely important about protecting your seed, men, is this. A lot of people don't know this, but it takes approximately a little bit over $300,000 to raise a child from age 0 to 18. That's only from 0 to 18. It will cost a person over $300,000. That's a whole lot of money. And if you happen to get the wrong person pregnant, if you don't protect your seed like you're supposed to, you can actually end up living a very, very miserable life, because if you get the wrong person pregnant, basically in a nutshell, you might literally not have enough money to be able to eat. You may literally not have enough money to be able to have a decent apartment, because all your money is going out. And so one of the reasons I want to put this video together is because you have some real ignorant people that are out there. The people that some people will call the Pookies and the Ray Rays. Well, the people who would actually be called the Pookies and the Ray Rays, they may not necessarily think about who they're getting pregnant, because they're too busy trying to get 2 or 3 or more women pregnant, thinking that it's a cute thing. But it's not going to be a cute thing if all those particular women come after that guy for child support. And so this is why it's extremely important that you don't make the mistake that these people tend to make. Like recently, I've read or was looking at a video where some guy had got like 7 women pregnant. And then of course we know some of the celebrities. There's one particular celebrity I know right now. He's got like 8 kids by 7 or 8 different women. There's another celebrity, and he's got 7 or 8 women pregnant. People do what they do, all right? I'm not saying it's the wisest thing in the world, because in most cases it's not the wisest thing in the world, because there's so much money that's going to be taken out from you anyway. It's not the best thing to do. Even if it's only 2 people, so much money can be taken out of your check to where you will not have enough money to live off on. For example, this is what I want you to do. I want you to picture in your mind that you have gotten somebody pregnant, okay? I want you to close your eyes and picture in your mind that you got someone pregnant. Now, what I want you to imagine is that whatever job that you have, whether you're working at a low-paying job, let's just say you got a decent paying job, some decent paying job where you're making some decent money, okay? I want you to imagine having $800 a month, $1,000 a month, or $1,500 a month coming out of your check. How much money will you have left over after you paid that $800 or $1,000 a month or $1,500 a month in, let's say, for child support? And I'm talking about for one child. I'm not even talking about for multiple children. I'm talking about for one child. How much money do you think you're going to have left if you had one child by somebody, you got a decent paying job, and they're pulling $800 a month out of your check, or $1,000 a month out of your check, or $1,500 a month out of your check? Because see, if you get the wrong person pregnant, you can have literally $1,000 or more a month coming out of your check every month for the next 20 years. Let me say that again. You can have anywhere from $800, $1,000, or $1,500 a month coming out of your check every month for the next 20 years. It could affect you greatly, so much so to the point that you don't have enough money to even be able to feed yourself. Now, you think I'm joking. I'm just talking about only having maybe 1 or 2 children. Now, you think I might be joking about that. I'm not. Because I know a guy that I used to work with. This guy told me he had got divorced from his wife. I think he only had maybe 1 or 2 children. There was so much money coming out of his check per month that the guy told me that he literally only had enough money for a studio apartment. That's what I'm talking about, a studio apartment. One of those apartments where everything is pretty much in only one room, one small room, okay? So this guy was telling me that after the child support was coming out of his check, he only had enough money for a small studio apartment. And the guy told me he had barely enough money to eat. What do I mean by barely enough money to eat? This guy told me, and he was serious as a heart attack when he told me this. The guy told me he was eating hot dogs and pork and beans for years. I'm like, come on, man, are you serious? He's like, man, he said he literally was eating hot dogs and pork and beans for years. He had been paying child support for about 20 years. And then this same guy also told me, he was telling me about another guy at the place where we all had worked at. He was telling me about another guy that has so much child support coming out of his check that this guy will work 50 hours a week or 60 hours a week. You hear me? 50 or 60 hours a week. When he would get his check at the end of the week, this man would only get about $100 check. Now the man has just worked 50 or 60 hours a week, and he's getting a check for $100. That is absolutely ridiculous. How are you going to be able to live off of $400 a month? Do you hear what I'm saying? How are you going to be able to live off that? You're not going to be able to live off that. You're not going to have enough money to be able to have enough money for a place to live, let alone money to eat food. It really can devastate you tremendously if you get the wrong person pregnant. Follow what I'm saying? So what you should be doing is doing the best that you can not to get anyone pregnant. So, and I'm quite sure you've heard of situations where certain individuals, and I'm not saying all ladies, I'm just saying some ladies, have literally went into the bathroom, went into the garbage can of the bathroom after they have had intimate relationships with a person. Some ladies, not all, but some ladies have went into the bathroom, went into the garbage can with the used condom and have taken the man's seed that's in the used condom out of the garbage bag and garbage can and literally took what was his seed that was in the condom and put it in the woman to get herself pregnant. I'm quite sure you've heard of situations like that. I've heard of athletes where that has happened too. There was one particular rapper that is very, very well known rapper. He had just finished having intimate relations with a particular woman. And when he finished, he took some hot sauce and put the hot sauce in the condom before he threw it into the garbage can. So I'm telling you, up under fair use, this story was all over the internet. The woman went into the garbage can, pulled the condom out, didn't see that there was hot sauce in it, and while she was in the bathroom, she began to try to stuff his seed, his sperm, inside of her and start screaming and hollering and yelling because the hot sauce that was in the condom was burning her private parts. So when the rapper came and went to see what was going on with her, he seen that she was trying to put it in her. And then I'm not really sure, but I even think that the woman even tried to take him to court to sue him for that. So I don't know how true that part is. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. You have to check on that yourself and check on rapper who puts hot sauce in a condom and what happened with that. But I think that same woman tried to sue him. I mean, can you believe this? You're going to try to sue somebody who put hot sauce in a condom that was put in the garbage can. And now that person, I do believe, is in the process of trying to sue that person for something that she did to her own self. So I'm just saying, men, you have to protect your seed because there are people out here that if you have a decent pay, I'm not even going to talk about the rapper part. Okay, I made mention of that because not everybody's a rapper. But you got everyday people that's got decent paying jobs, good paying jobs. And there are some ladies that are out there. Notice I didn't say all ladies. I said there are some ladies that are out there that if you have a decent paying job, a decent job, they'll be more than happy to get pregnant so that they can get a check from you from the next 20 years. Now, I wanted to emphasize that I said there are some ladies, not all ladies, some ladies out there that will get pregnant deliberately, not accidentally, deliberately, to get a check from you every month for the next 20 years. So like I stated before, I want you to imagine yourself at whatever level job that you have, and you every month you got $800 coming out of your check a month, or you got $1,000 coming out of your check a month, or you got $1,500 coming out of your check every month going towards child support for the next 20 years. What would that do to you if you had that much money coming out of your check? You need to ask yourself, would you have enough money to be able to eat? You probably would not. So that's why I'm saying it's extremely important that you do not get the wrong person pregnant. You don't be haphazard. If you are going to use a condom, you cannot sit up here and just throw it in the garbage can and then walk away. There's numerous ways to prevent against getting someone pregnant. All you got to do is go online and type in different ways to avoid pregnancy, and they'll give you a bunch of different ways that you can go about to avoid pregnancy. The point of the matter that I'm stating is this: it is extremely important for you to protect your seed. And there's numerous ways, numerous things that you can do to protect yourself so that you don't get caught up with a baby out of nowhere with somebody who you barely know. Now, I personally know of a person right now. I know a person right now that for years they did not get pregnant. Then all of a sudden, they started dating a guy who was a fireman. Firemen make good money. All of a sudden, out of the blue, here's a person that didn't get pregnant all these years. All of a sudden, they meet a fireman. He's got a good paying job. Now, all of a sudden, they get pregnant, and now this guy is paying child support, or was paying child support, for 18 to 20 years. Don't let that be you. Now, as I stated before, this is not all ladies. This is just some ladies. But I'm especially talking to those guys that are out there that got decent paying jobs or even good paying jobs. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your seed. Don't be like some of these guys out here, some of these Pookies and Rays out here trying to get everybody pregnant. One particular guy that had got 2 lesbian women pregnant, and he thought it was funny. He thought it was funny. Yep. It's not going to be funny when both of those women come after him for child support. That man who thought it was funny to get 2 lesbians pregnant, he will not think that it's funny anymore when he's got $2,000 coming out of his pocket every month for both of those women. You hear me? $2,000. My name is Kier. Would you please like, would you please share, and would you please subscribe, and peace.